Hi guys, Spink here. This is episode 44 of Let's Learn Ageod Civil War II. We are in the early July 1862 turn. I believe we've gone through our orders and we just need to do production, and then pop the turn. So let's see, what are we going to do? Take a review here of what's currently in production. A bunch of infantry coming up in New York, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Ohio. A lot of infantry coming in. Okay. Not a great deal of artillery. How are we doing here? Let's build a couple of those. Anything that's sitting on 0. One of those. One of those. What is that doing for us? Still looks pretty good. Okay, I think we need to build a little bit of artillery. Let me go back, especially, so we're building some artillery in Indiana and Ohio. I think that's for Buell's army. Fayette, Kentucky, that's also for Buell's army. So, and that Harrison, Indiana, I think we're giving that to the cavalry. So it looks like all of this artillery that we have currently in production is going to Buell's army. We're building a lot of infantry in the east, so I think we should build some artillery here to put with them so that we can be building some new divisions. So let's go to this artillery. We can also build some siege artillery. That wouldn't maybe be a bad idea. Except we don't have enough what? Oh, I guess we could build them. Let's go ahead and, it's really expensive. Maybe we shouldn't build them. We're going to build some parrots here. 1, 2, 3, and then one more. And that's it for artillery. Okay, so for artillery there, we have a little bit of money left over. I think we'll save those for our decisions because they oftentimes cost money. Let's see what we can do. We've got this defensive works. Is there anybody that really needs to have their defenses built up? We have to have a city and at least 3 regiments to build that up. I don't think it's going to gain us any more entrenchment than what would be available all by itself. I think it just maxes you. That's my guess at this point. Spies. What are we doing? What are we looking like over here? Oh, he's got a hide value of 5. That tells me that's just Johnston. So my guess is that maybe this is the headquarters of the army here with just the commander there, and everything else is in this corps. Just a guess. I don't really think we need spies. We were going to try that Mescaleros, weren't we? Mescaleros. Let's $15,000. Can't target a developed region. 15,000. Why can't we do this? I thought we had the ability to put these down here. I don't know. Maybe that was something that was back in, that gets fixed in the 1.05 patch. Alright, back to where we can actually use the scroll wheel here. The sound that it made when you bounced between these was just driving me nuts, so I kind of changed the sounds around a little bit. Maybe I'll do a episode on modding, because I have quite a bit of knowledge in that round, and I'm actually using some mods here. Some that I've downloaded and some of my own work. You know what? this clearing possibly is good. Open trail. We'll build a track. Let's go back over here and see if there's anything we could do that would possibly be good for our supply line clearing. We can put that in Springfield. Clear that up a little bit. Rolla is 25. What do we have here? 20. Wonder if we improve that in here, if that will improve our supply line. We'll try that. I think we'll call that good. Good enough, anyway. Save the turn. Let's go back and focus in the east initially. It's certainly gonna move us around where we need to move around to, so we'll call that good. And we'll hit the turn. We've gone almost a full year now in 44 episodes. 22 hours of me yammering on here. I think we're certainly making a lot more progress in these episodes than we did in the earlier ones when I was doing a lot more explaining. That is a big army. As such, it's got to be using a bunch of supply too that it's not getting more of. Keep an eye here. Milroy here did not activate. Banks did. I wonder if they have to activate in order to march to the sound of the guns, though. We'll see. Have to see what's going on with that. We may need to move McClellan up. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Things are happening. Looks like we're in the supply phase. Okay, here we go. Okay, what is this? Asbuth attacks some of these Indians. Again. So these guys are running around on this passive, so I think that's why they're getting out so quickly. Oh, he went this way. He went up to Chester. Okay. Oh, I think that's where we were going to bring that other corps, weren't we? Baylor's New Mexico Cavalry wiped out. Park. Oh, that's our new division that we brought down. So this New Mexico Cavalry and these Chickasaw rifles are just going to be like ants that we're never going to be able to get rid of. We took a little bit of prisoners there. And they arrived here, Fort Cobb. I don't think we care about these forts. Smith's Corps has arrived in Davidson. Fort Wayne. CSA detachment. Oh, thank you. They walked right into us and we wiped them out. Park, you're my new favorite guy. 3rd Texas has arrived in, I believe, here. Oh, here's a decent force down here at Fort Gibson. They're building up a force. What do we got here? Ricketts took out another batch of these guys. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Wiped them out. More prisoners? 500 of them. Oh, what was it? Oh. What is this? Looks like we take the upper hand. Battle of Chester, Union victory. John Pope comes in by steamboat, comes in and spanks this division quite handily. Quite handily indeed. And I believe they were out of supply. So their ability, they're in a bit of a bind now. That's good. So we have Walker and Zollicoffer were here. 26 and 2. Looks like Crittenden's division took the signs of cowardice. We had emplaced artillery batteries, opened a devastating artillery fire. Nearby supply source, that's because we had our supply wagons with us. That gave us an advantage. We were fatigued, yes, because we came zipping up there. Trench effectiveness. We must have got there before Walker did. No prisoners were taken. We had 2 rout. He had 4 rout. No prisoners. Okay, good. Oh yeah, see, he was on offense and we were on defense. We came in there and he wasn't expecting us to be there. Oh, and he retreated back down to here. Okay, that's going to be great. That turned out to be a really good plan there. I'm pretty pleased. Okay. Meanwhile, let's see. So late July, this is where we started. Late July 1861. We're now in late July 1862. Looks like our morale has gone up. Changes from battles, gone up. Changes from options and events, 2, and return to neutral value is 1. Again, these morale points are going to try to stabilize at 100. If you're higher than 100, they're going to want to go down. If they're lower than 100, they'll want to go up. So that means when you start knocking down the morale of one side, you really got to keep up the momentum, or else that will slowly start to come back up. Oh, that was awesome there. We have a detection there. We don't have a real good detection on them. I think these, it's going to be curious what happened, because these guns did, it looked like we had some guns going here. I wonder if that was, they tried to cross the river or something, or these guns just had it set to bombard. That's what it was. They helped provide some there. Okay, what are we looking like in Kentucky? The other army disappeared. Okay, works for me. Crittenton, or Buell rather, is looking pretty good. That reminds me, we never did check to see who our next in line guy is. Rosecrans. Oh, Banks. Banks still wants to be in charge of stuff. So, Banks' seniority, I believe he was at a 1. Did it actually drop? No, so sacking him does not drop the seniority. So replacing a general, you're going to take the hit both on sacking the general and putting someone in there in place of him if whoever you want to replace him with is lower seniority. So we're going to take some more hits on something if we decide to build another army. Okay, back here, these guys did not move. His supply is still green. Let's see if he's got a depot here. Yes, they do have a depot here, so presumably they built up quite a bit of supply. Let's see, where can they go? They can go here, here, they can go here, 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 or here. That wouldn't, well, that would kind of mess with my day if they went that direction. Oh, who is this? That's Hood. Hood is just here, I guess. And there's also a 35th Division. And the Army of the Potomac. Wasn't this the Army of the Shenandoah before? Now this is just a corps. This is Jackson's corps. We also have Longstreet's corps. So presumably they are corps of this army. And we'll just starve them out if we can. We've got them cut off. I think we've got them cut off. We've got 100. Not here, but everywhere that counts, they can get supply through here and then through here, but I don't see where they get a supply. I think these guys are cut off from supply, which is okay. Let's see. Oh, did we ever go through these? No, we had never gone through these. Okay, let's do this. Exchange of prisoners agreement. We signed an agreement regulating the exchange of prisoners. We have 36,200. They have, who knows, of ours. I wouldn't be surprised if it was quite a bit more because we've lost that core and whatnot. Looks like our combat losses are right even now. Our current morale is 106. The Confederacy's is 91. Their victory points are slightly ahead of ours. They're getting 53 a turn while we're getting 47. So it's slightly starting to turn here. So 62 was actually looking pretty bad for the Confederacy up until Lee took over, if I recall. I think McClellan was doing well enough. He had got his army up to here, I think. Okay. A military award for valor. Oh, what did this do? Prisoner exchange political option is now active. +2 national morale. The Medal of Honor has been authorized. Okay, prisoner exchange. Oh, that's just the same thing, I guess. So what this will allow us to do, exchange of prisoners. So presumably, conscript pool increased by 1,000, by 10,000. Oh, so each of these are thousands, right? Presumably. I'm not sure. By 10,000, conscript pool. This will last for the next 3 months, provided. So that's if we both agree to exchange prisoners, and I don't think I will, because I've got the manpower advantage. We sold off some of our steel war supplies stocks. Confederacy is building new armories. We are besieging Fort Thorn. That's right here. I don't see the... Oh, there it is. There is the siege button, or thing. Oh, these guys didn't make it here. They must... Oh, they were delayed. I bet you when we see in the movement messages, it'll say that Canby was delayed. West Virginia has successfully ordered. West Virginia cavalry has successfully evaded. That looks like Ewell. So we blew up the depot, and these guys are leaving anyway. Okay. That's alright. Supply stocks are almost non-existent here now. They've gone away. Since we blew away the depot, they either moved or what. So now we'll take these forces and we'll retreat back to Clarksburg. I think that's what we'll do. We've got to get this guy. Asboth being unable to muster enough combat-ready men. I presume that means his cohesion was too low. But he fought in a battle anyway. Confederates retreated in Wayne Indian Territory down here, but we spanked them anyway. They succeeded in retreating in Pleasant Indian Territory, right here. We beat him there. Okay, here we go. Porter's fleet has bombarded Walker's force, landing 9 hits and suffering 0 in return. So, because there was a fight here, I think these guys provided gunboat support is how that works. Pope's Corps engaged the Confederate States of America there. Confederate States retreated after taking 5 hits, so they didn't take a great deal. Well, they took 96 hits for one thing. And they were on the offensive, and we were on the defensive. Battle of Chester. So they came across, they were trying to get away. That turned out to just be great to have moved Pope right up there. That just worked out really good. Confederate States of America, okay, we gained 1 national morale, I believe, in this Battle of Chester. Okay, and there's that. Fleet was delayed. Milroy reverts to defensive. Army of the James reverted to a defensive. Asboth arrived. Arrived. Wear and tear and arrived. Okay. Trained. We got quite a few units trained. A lot of units are now available this turn for deployment. We took Fort Wayne and took 90 supply. I wonder where the heck they're getting all of this supply that they got up through here. I think my understanding of supply is still pretty limited for me to assume you can't get major forces through there, but judging by the amount of supply we're capturing, I think you can get a lot more forces through there than I was expecting. Capturing Suffolk. Oh, we captured Suffolk. I forgot about that. Oh, he's pretty stout here. Good thing we didn't go directly into Norfolk. Yeah. So he's cut off. I imagine, we have to see. Hopefully Butler didn't bite off more than he can chew there. I did not expect that quite a large of a garrison there. There's a garrison, a militia, some artillery. Okay. We gained Suffolk. We took 17 ammo. And we're on a port here, so we should be able to supply him still. Does he have any supply wagons with us? No. That was a poor choice there. we might have to fall back. We may just have to fall back, tuck tail and fall back. That was rather poorly thought out, I think. They captured Fort Henry again. Okay. Telegraph lines being built. A trail is being built in. Oh, I think that finally got built. It's up to track now. Okay. Oh, Confederate States of America seems to be behind civilian demonstrations in St. Louis, Missouri. Civilian demonstrations. Added 1 turn ago and ends in 3 turns. Enemy loyalty ordered will be lowered by up to 25%. Well, that's neat. And a spy has been spotted in Culpeper, Virginia. Where's Culpeper? Yeah. Oh, right here, duh. We have a spy here. So we could presumably counter that with some other decision, I'm guessing. So, what else we have? We transported a bunch of supply overseas. Now look at this. Our money and war supply is much higher, and the number of raiders is much lower. So the raiders they put in that place must reduce the amount we get in there, I'm guessing. We destroyed the depot at Kanawha. Now that these guys fell back, well, that's okay. Lion Force destroyed the depot, right? Just what we wanted to do. Take whatever supply we can with us. John Parke has been congratulated for victory against the enemy. That's that guy up here. Israel B. Richardson has been congratulated. Griffin has been congratulated. Okay. Okay. Well, that wasn't too shabby. Seems to put these in here in reverse order or something. Boy, this is going to be interesting. What are we going to do here? Depends on which way this guy wants to break out. He'll either break out through here or through here. Would make. Let's see if he broke out through here. I should probably read up on this marching to the sound of the guns ability that corps have, so I can have these units set properly. Boy, we could just jump across the river here and grab Manchester too, couldn't we? I would if we didn't have this huge force down here. 1,600. He's got 2 units. The Army of the Potomac and the Army of the Shenandoah and Army of the Potomac are both here. And then this is a corps of one of those 2 armies, I'm guessing. Well, you know, I think I might call this episode to a close and read up on that marching to the sound of the guns thing. I wonder where these forces that were here went. This is all 100%. Well, that's 76%. But control here. We've got a detection of greater than 1 here. So if they were here, we would be able to detect them. We would at least be able to know that they were there. So I wonder if they came back down here. I wonder where they, or down, oh, here's Johnston, or yeah, Albert Sidney Johnston. I think this is him. We came down to Nashville, or to threaten Nashville, and they smacked us back, and maybe they've decided that job has been completed and now they're going to do something else. I don't know. Now this guy has got to be, he's got to be hurting pretty good. Let's go back and take a look at this, at that fight. Chester. I want to look at specifically their cohesion. So we took out 96 of 244 hits, so we took out over a third of their strength of just manpower, and they had 1100 cohesion, and we took 770 away from that. Now that was presumably 1111 cohesion is what they had at the beginning of the battle, not necessarily what their maximum is. So I think any way you look at it, these guys' cohesion has to be pretty down. He tried to go out that way, it didn't work. Now Grant, perfectly positioned here. His cohesion is back and he's ready to go. I'd like to have Grant actually win a battle so that he could get promoted. That would kind of be handy. Island number 10, this region actually could be captured again. But we're not going to worry a great deal about it. Now, New Madrid is cut off because we have guns down here that are got this river cut off. So he's cut off from sea supply. I don't believe he's got a well, there's looks like a little anchor just poking through there, perhaps. Yeah. So I don't think they can get supply to him through by the river anymore. He does not have, well, he's producing a bit of supply, whatever this force is, just a militia, so he's probably got nothing here anyway. We might as well send something down to take him out. It'd probably be easier to have them land by riverboat rather than try to march them in there. I don't know. What do we got out west here? What are we doing? This seemed to work all right, I think. We'll have these forces gather in Fayetteville here. Powerful force here. Hardy's force is here in Gibson, Fort Gibson. We're still chasing Indians up here, but we've got all of these forts recovered with the exception of Fort Scott. This guy's going to go take him this turn. We'll come across the river and down so that we're not attacking directly cross river. And then Fort Gibson. Once we get this division combined with Lyon, maybe we will move across to, say, Edwards and then come down and hit Fort Gibson. What is this river? The Arkansas River. The Arkansas River is a nice major artery here that all manner of things can be done with here. Once we get access to that, you know, we can come down and do any number of things. Yeah, well, it looks like we're about out of time for this episode. I think it went really well. It looks like we're maybe things might be starting to enter endgame in this region. I'm thinking perhaps, but we'll see. That's a beast of a force here. He could lash out and just munch us. You know, we've certainly lost entire corps before. I don't think we'll see that again. I think that was a factor of that 1.05 beta patch. There was some stuff in that beta patch I sure liked, like the thing that showed the little hash marks on the units. I liked that a lot. I think that's supposed to have been in there all along. It's kind of got mention of them, but those battles were just so completely out of whack. You know, when we wiped out Longstreet's division up here, it wasn't just that my forces were getting wiped, but that's just not realistic. It's not correct. So I'm gonna keep back down to this 1.04 patch. Let's see. We've looked through everything. I guess next episode will be episode 45, and that will be our 1 year anniversary of this. Not that I've been doing the Let's Play for 1 year, but it will be in the game. We will have completed 1 full year of the game, which is by far more than I have ever gone in this game before. I'm constantly restarting as I'm trying to learn it. I basically to learn this, I basically took the July start and went through about up to the point where we could build cores, and I just played through that bit of the game a good 10-12 times, just to kind of, that's what I used as my learning tool, rather than trying to just bowl through the whole game without really understanding what I was doing. So, well, it's just jabbering on here. Let me call this to an end, and I will see you next episode.